Most people think dementia starts with forgetting things, like names or where you placed your keys. But new research shows that the first signs might not be memory problems at all. Instead, the early signs could be changes in your personality or how you act around others. These small changes can start years before a doctor makes a diagnosis. Families may notice something seems different, but they often think it's just stress or aging. Understanding these signs early can help people get help sooner and prepare for what's coming. In this video, we'll go over 10 unusual personality changes that may appear early in dementia. Some of these might surprise you, and they often go unnoticed. Number 1. Loss of inhibitions. One of the first signs of dementia in some people is losing their social filter. This means they might say or do things that are considered rude or inappropriate. They may make personal comments, talk to strangers too freely, or behave in ways that embarrass others, like undressing in public. This behavior isn't done on purpose. The brain is changing, especially the part that controls judgment and self-control. They may not even realize that what they're doing is wrong. This happens more in a type of dementia called frontotemporal dementia. Knowing this is part of the disease can help families react with patience instead of anger. Kind and gentle redirection often works best. Number 2. Imitating others. Some people with early dementia begin copying the behavior of people around them. They might use the same gestures, speech, or facial expressions without realizing it. This copying behavior happens because the part of the brain that controls self-awareness is affected. The person may not fully understand their own personality anymore and begins to copy others without knowing why. This isn't a joke or attention-seeking. It's a real sign that their identity is starting to fade. It's a deep change in how the brain works, not just a temporary habit. They may even copy movements like scratching or laughing if someone else does it. Sometimes, they repeat words they hear right away, even if it doesn't make sense in the conversation. Family and friends might notice that the person starts to lose their usual way of speaking or acting. Number 3. Excessive formality or politeness. Another early sign is becoming overly polite or formal, even in casual situations. For example, someone might suddenly use very proper language with close friends or family. They may stop using nicknames or start calling their spouse sir or ma'am. This can feel distant or strange to loved ones. This is often linked to semantic dementia, which affects how the brain understands social language. As this part of the brain weakens, the person may rely on polite phrases to feel safe in conversations. They lose the ability to judge tone, context, or informal speech, so they fall back on politeness to cope. Number 4. Inappropriate cheerfulness. Some people with early dementia start laughing or smiling at the wrong time. They might laugh during a sad story or smile when someone talks about a serious problem. It can seem like they don't care, but that's not true. Their emotional reactions are being misdirected by changes in the brain. The brain no longer understands what kind of emotion fits the moment. This usually happens when the front and side parts of the brain are affected. It's another early clue that something deeper is changing. Number 5. Focus on morality or rules. Another sign is becoming overly focused on rules, fairness, or doing things the right way. This could show up as being upset over small things or judging others harshly. They might talk a lot about justice or get stuck on simple ideas of good and bad. This happens because the part of the brain that allows flexible thinking is changing. People may no longer understand that situations can be complex or require understanding. It can make conversations more difficult and tense. For example, someone might become angry over minor traffic violations or insist others are wrong over small differences. Number 6. Childlike dependence on one person. Sometimes, people with dementia become very attached to one person, often a caregiver or family member. They may follow them around or get upset when they leave. This happens because their world is becoming more confusing, and they cling to the one person who feels safe. This isn't about being needy. It's a coping tool as they try to deal with growing fear and confusion. Understanding this can help caregivers give support without frustration. Number 7. Overwhelming sentimentality. People with early dementia may become more emotional when they talk about old memories. They might cry when talking about childhood or past relationships. This happens because the parts of the brain that control memory and emotions, like the hippocampus and amygdala, are changing. These emotions feel very real to them, even if the memory seems small or unimportant to others. It's a sign their brain is clinging to familiar feelings while newer memories start to fade. Family members should listen with care and patience. Number 8. Unusual food cravings. Sudden cravings for sweet foods or strange food combinations can also be an early sign. A person might eat lots of sugar, even if they didn't enjoy it before. They may also eat odd things, like ketchup with toast, or eat the same thing every day. This is not just a change in taste, it's a brain change in how rewards and cravings work. The part of the brain that controls these urges is no longer doing its job properly. This can lead to impulsive or compulsive eating behavior. Number 9. Obsession with routine. A person with early dementia may insist on doing things the same way every day. They may get upset if their routine is interrupted, even if the change is small. This is because their brain is having trouble adapting to new situations. Routines make them feel safe and in control when other things feel confusing. If you notice someone reacting strongly to small changes in schedule, it could be a sign of early dementia. Helping them keep regular habits can bring comfort and reduce stress. Number 10. Agitation and aggression. Another big sign is sudden anger or restlessness. People may become easily upset, shout, cry, or repeat questions again and again. They might lash out physically or seem like they're always on edge. This happens because they can't express their feelings clearly anymore. They may be tired, hungry, in pain, or overstimulated, but don't know how to say it. Creating a quiet, predictable environment and using gentle words can help avoid these outbursts. Watch for patterns, like if the person gets more upset at night or in noisy places. These personality changes may seem small at first, but when they appear together, they can be a clear sign that something in the brain is changing. Many of these signs show up years before memory loss begins. That means families have a chance to act early. Seeing a doctor, staying mentally and physically active, eating healthy, and keeping up social connections can all help slow the process. Dementia isn't just about forgetting. It changes how people think, feel, and behave. By watching for these early signs, you can protect your loved ones and give them the support they need. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe for more health information.